all, this is Amanda from the Archer and Olive Ambassador team here again with another YouTube video for you. And for today, I am talking about how to make a monthly summary page in your memory journal. As you know, if you've seen any of my social media posts or any of the past blog posts I made for Archer and Olive, I really love my memory journal. So today I'm going to give you a little glimpse at one of my favorite posts that I do inside of my journal. And just so you know, as always, there's also a matching blog post on the Archer and Olive blog for you to check out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started in showing you guys some examples from my memory bullet journal. This is a B5 size dot grid by Archer and Olive, obviously. So let's go ahead and take a look. So I'm going to open this up here. There we go. So this is obviously not the monthly summary page. This is actually the first page of the month. But I thought I'd just go ahead and flip through the month and that takes us to that summary page. So January was a pretty busy month for me. I had a lot going on, but it was the beginning of the year, right? So it's one of those deals. So here it is. Here is my monthly recap page. And what I typically do if my recap ends on the left side and I still have this blank page, just because I like to start the next month as a whole double set. If I don't have enough to put on both sides, I will just take a piece of pattern paper and put it on this side. So that's what you see here. But today we're talking about the recap, right? So in a monthly recap, it is basically endless. You can make whatever choices you want for what you want to include. Today, I'm just going to talk about some ideas for what I include in my monthly recaps. So number one of the most important things for me that I include, and it's the first thing I put in all of my recaps, is actually the books I read. It's just how it happens. And so I like to list the books that I read, what type it was. So I put the little music symbol for an audiobook, and then how many stars I gave the book. And then sometimes I will also put the books that I'm still reading that I haven't finished yet, but I did start in January. So I know a lot of bullet journalers out there really love their reading journals. So this is a really good idea, an easy thing that you can include. Like I said, I put it in every month. Here's February, March, April. It's just something that's very consistent across all of my months. Number two is what I am watching. Now, in the past, I have never actually kept track of what I watch, the movies, the TV shows. And so this was just kind of a fun thing I added this year, and I ended up really enjoying it because I'm able to look back and say, oh yeah, I watched The Last of Us in January. So this is just something that's been really fun for me to add to all my months. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's not a big deal. Like in March, I didn't watch a whole lot. I can't find February. There it is. February, I didn't even put what I watched at all. So it doesn't always make it in there, but it is something fun to look back on if you get the chance. Third thing, and I've decided to go ahead and swap over to May since it is just a new perspective. My favorite adventures for the month. Sometimes it is literally one adventure, and sometimes I did a whole list of things that I enjoyed. And this list doesn't have to just be adventures. It can be favorite memories, favorite bike rides you went on. It's just a place to keep track of those special moments that maybe didn't make it into the rest of your spreads, or you just want to do a little quick recap right here for that. Next on the list, we have statistics. I know this might be kind of a weird thought, but roll with me for a second here. So I work as a flight paramedic. We do medevacs and search and rescue. So I like to keep track in my memory keeping how many medevacs and search and rescue missions that I went on that entire month. I work a 2-week on, 2-week off schedule, so it's not like I'm doing 17 medevacs a day because we have pretty long transports. So in April, for example, I did 8 medevacs and no search and rescue missions. I'm pretty sure both of our helicopters were down for maintenance, so we couldn't do any. But statistics are a pretty fun category because this can be anything that's important to you. You can count how many miles you drove. You can count how many times you had pizza for the month. The options are really endless, but it can be kind of fun to sometimes look back on these statistics. I think I'm going to include some other ones in the future as well, just because it is a different kind of memory and something that might not show up in the rest of your memory journal. And then the last big thing I include in my memory journal are photos and memes or quotes, just things that stuck out from the month. So if I found a really cool meme or quote on Facebook or Instagram that I really liked, I'll often take a screenshot or I'll just save it. And if I really liked it, I will add it to my end of the month memory page. And then sometimes I also put photos. I don't do it a ton. Like if you notice, like I have this one photo here, but there are months where I just don't have any in my recap page. Yeah, like here, I don't have any photos. I have a quote, but I don't have any photos. So the photos that I include in my recap page are typically something that didn't make it into the rest of my month's memory. So this month, for example, I was really into doing some DIY Dollar Tree crafts. And so I just put those pictures in my monthly recap page. In the end, the monthly recap page can really be anything that was important to you for the month. One thing I have in this memory page spread that somehow didn't make it into the rest of the spreads, I'm not entirely certain why, is this weather. I wrote down what the coldest day and the warmest day was, what the weather, how much it, like the temperature was. And I think that's actually really cool. I think I'm going to include that in my next month. I don't know why I forgot to include that. So that's something you can include. You can include zodiac facts. You could include budgeting that you did. If like budgeting is really big to you, you can write how much debt you paid off. The options for this recap are really endless, and I like it as kind of like a dumping ground for any of the other memories that just didn't make it into the rest of your month, but would still be fun to look back on. So there we have it, how to make a monthly recap page in your memory journal, a summary of what your month was like. I hope you found some inspiration from this post, that you got some ideas, and that maybe you want to make a recap page in even your regular Bujo. It doesn't even have to be your memory Bujo. So if you want to use any of these products that I have here, I use my calligraphs a lot. I love my Archer and Olive scissors, and of course my B5 journal. I have links in my blog posts that I made for Archer and Olive, and obviously you can just go on the website and pick what you like as well. Thank you again for tuning in. Have a great day.